welcome back to the channel. If you so are inclined to, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I really would appreciate it. As soon as you get in here, just double hit that thumbs up button for me, guys. Double hit the thumbs up button for me. Also, if you want to, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Would love to have you. We got over 712,000 subscribers right now. So, hey, if you want to, subscribe. And then do me a big favor. Hit that post notification bell so that you're dialed in, you're locked in, you're plugged in, you're tapped in to this content. Because I'm telling you guys, this content is going to continue to progress. This channel is about helping folk, normal folk, regular everyday folk, transfer wealth into their pocketbooks, into their wallets, into their pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's what this channel is all about, guys. It's helping you transfer wealth into your pocketbook. That's what we do here. We do this every day, 365 days a year. We don't take no days off. Ain't no holidays. Not until we get to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Then I can have all the holidays I want. But until then, I'm going to be here on this YouTube channel giving y'all this financial gospel. Now, disclaimer, I'm not a professional. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have no degrees in finance. I'm not a stock analyst. I've never worked on Wall Street. I don't have a Series 7. I don't have a Series 6. I'm just a guy on YouTube. But I've been building wealth for 30 years. Yeah. So I'm no expert, but I have been building wealth for 30 years using the big three. And what we're going to talk about today is one of the big three, which is paper assets, and one of my favorite stocks, Nvidia, however you want to pronounce it. One of my favorite stocks. And that's right. That's right. Somebody has went on record. Somebody who I respect has went on record and saying this stock could potentially be $3,000 a share by a certain date. Stick around and I'll tell you what that date is. But before we do that, y'all know I got to take care of the business, right? I'm a business owner. So this is my YouTube channel, which is a part of my business. So I got to take care of the business. I got to take care of some business. Number one thing I want you to do is consider getting down in the description box and clicking on that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link. Give me a follow on Instagram, one of my other platforms, trying to rebuild my Instagram page since Instagram shut down my old page where I had almost 100,000 people. Got to shut it down. Had to shut it down. Why they shut it down, I don't know. But I started a new one. That's how I am, right? You want to shut that one down, I'll redo it all over again. So do me a big favor, get over to Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram page and go ahead and do me a solid. Give me a follow on Instagram and then let me know you're rocking with me. Send me a DM and let me know you're rocking with me. We are starting to make some progress. We almost got about 6,300 followers over the last, 6 months. And I just really, I'm gonna concentrate on it, guys, and we'll get it up. But do me a favor if you want to, get over there, get down to the description box, click on that Instagram link and give me a follow, and then send me a DM to let me know you're rocking with me. Next thing, www.richardfain.net. That's the website. Over 300,000 of you guys have already checked out the website. So thank you so much. I'm so blessed to have wonderful subscribers and people like yourself who have went over to my website to check it out. Over 300,000, all organic in 4 months. 300,000 touches in 4 months, all organic through my YouTube channel. That's it. So thank you. Now, over 1,000 of you have already purchased digital products. See, I got some world-class digital products on that website. World-class, in my opinion, handpicked by me, yours truly. And over 1,000 of you guys have grabbed them. So thank you. That's a double thank you, because you made an investment in yourself, which is the most important investment you'll ever make in your life, is in yourself. Some of y'all know that. Some of y'all know that. And that's why you're so successful. Other of you guys don't know that. And you fill in the blank. Okay, let's move on. Wealth builders. Remember now, 4 months in existence, all organic through the YouTube channel right here, really nowhere else. And I got over almost 1,000 wealth builders in the private mentorship club. How does that happen? That happens because you help people and you're consistent. That's how that happens. It happens because I'm a consistent guy. See, I'm a disciplined guy, and I'm patient, and I help people. That's how you get 1,000 people on your platform that you just started out of thin air 4 months ago. That's how you do that. That's the blueprint. So any of you guys or gals out there that want to start a community, that's how you start the community. Help people first. Be consistent. Be disciplined. Be patient. Don't start your community and then right off the bat start asking people to buy stuff from you. That's how you do it. Help people first, and then you will get everything you want. So, hey, if you want to join that private mentorship club, guys, like I said, over 1,000 people, fastest growing financial community on Patreon, get down to the description box and click on the second link, which is my website link, the Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor website. Click on it, check out the digital products, and then get yourself over to the mentorship club, the Wealth Builders Mentorship Club. It's crazy over there, guys. I'm telling you, we're building so much. We're going to build so much wealth over there that we're going to have a big old party. At some point in the future, we're going to have a big old gigantic wealth building party somewhere in the country. All of us wealth builders from the Patreon community going to come together all over the country. We're going to come from all over the country and meet at one central place, and I'm going to pay for the whole thing. They ain't got to pay for nothing other than get themselves there. Everything else I'm going to pay for. That's right. We're going to build so much wealth and touch so many lives that it's going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait for that to happen. See, that's priceless. You can't put a price tag on that. When you're consistent, disciplined, and patient, and you put people first, money second. Y'all know my 3 Ps. I got 3 Ps that I live by in this life. 3 Ps. That's P as in Paul. 3 Ps. Purpose, passion, people. Those are the 3 Ps that I live by, guys. Purpose, passion, people. That's why I got 1,000 people over in my private mentorship club, because I demonstrate passion, I demonstrate purpose, and guess what? I take care of people first. So if you want to join that, get yourself down to the description box, click on the website link, get yourself over and hit that membership button, that join button, and be a part of the Wealth Builders. A lot of wealth being built over there, guys. I got so many leaders over there who are pouring their time into other people who are just beginning. See, we got a lot of beginners over there, but I got a lot of giants over there. They got a lot of experience who have bought into the system. Why? Because the system is about helping people. See, until you find something that is bigger than you ain't gonna grow. You're gonna stay right where you're at until you pour yourself into something that's bigger than you. That's when you grow. See, that's what they're doing over in the Wealth Builders community. See, I got people over there that are wealthy. I got people over there that got a lot of investing experience. Why are they there? Because they have found something that they can pour themselves into that's bigger than them. It's helping people. You help people. Everything you want, you get. See, 3 financial killers. Greed is one of them. So if you want to be greedy, I don't want to tell nobody, I don't want to help nobody, I just want to get all the money. I just want to be rich. I don't want to help nobody else. See, that's greed. That's a financial killer. Yeah. See, when you, oh, I ain't telling nobody. I don't want to help nobody. I just want it all for me. That's greed. That's a financial killer. We don't practice that over there in the wealth builders. We don't. See, the wealth builders understand I got a business I got to run, and I run it through this YouTube channel. But in the wealth builders, I'm just a regular guy like them. I don't try to sell them nothing. I don't try to upsell them nothing. I don't tell them to go sign up for nothing. I don't tell them to go to the website. I don't do any of that over in the wealth builders. But I'm going to do it on this YouTube channel because this is my business. See, the wealth builders is not my business. That's my passion. That's my purpose. This is a business. You get it? Okay, let's move on. Moo. If you're going to take advantage of this opportunity I'm getting ready to share with you, this $3,000 a share opportunity, currently right now, stock price is around 128. And I know some of y'all can't really, you're saying to yourself, the stock price 128, this dude is stupid. He's talking about $3,000 a share. It's 128 today. He's an idiot. I know some of y'all are saying that, and that's okay. That's okay. Remember, I'm a glass half full guy, not a glass half empty guy. You might be a glass half empty guy. That's not me. I'm a big thinker. See, I believe whatever I put my mind to, I can accomplish. Everybody ain't wired like that. Everybody ain't built like that. I'm built like that. I believe whatever I put my mind to with the help of God, I can accomplish. See, that's how I'm built. Everybody ain't built like that. So $3,000 a share, I'm okay with that. I don't live in the world of impossible. I live in the world of possible. What world do you live in? What world do you live in? Do you live in a world where everything is impossible? Or do you live in a world where everything is possible? Some of y'all caught that. Some of y'all ain't quite caught up yet. Catch up to that. Answer that question for yourself. What world do I live in? Do I live in a world filled with, this is impossible? Or do I live in a world that's filled with, you know something, that's definitely possible if the right things happen? See, that's who I'm talking to. Any of you folks that live in this world where you say things are possible, listen to this. But in order for you to get there, you got to have a brokerage account. You got to have a self-directed brokerage account. You got to have some type of brokerage account. Now, you can go out and use whatever you want to use. But ain't nobody going to give you the offer that I'm finna mention to you right now for Moo. Ain't nobody going to give you 20 free publicly traded stocks to try out their brokerage app. No one's going to do it. Definitely no full service brokerage app is going to do it. None of them going to do it. They don't even really know who you are. By the way, just FYI. If you ain't got $1 million with them in that brokerage, for them full service brokerage apps, if you ain't got $1 million in investment, they don't even know who you are. They don't even know who you are. You got to have at least $1 million over there. So a self-directed brokerage app like I use, Moo, and I use full service brokerage apps too, just to be 100% transparent. I have 4 brokerage accounts that I use. 2 of them are self-directed, 2 of them are full service. The full service brokerage apps don't even know who I am. And I got more than 7 figures on the brokerage app. They don't even know who I am. But you know something? My little self-directed brokerage apps that I use, specifically Moo, I just do it all myself. Very easy to use, no fees. I can make my trades and go about my business. Real time, ain't no delays, at least not in my opinion, not from the transactions I've done. There haven't been any delays. I can't tell you there's never gonna be a delay. What I can tell you is based on my experience. I've had no delays. Now, if you want to try out the Moo brokerage app and get yourself up to 20 free stocks, get down in the description box and click on that first link. When you put $100 in your new Moo brokerage account, they're going to give you 8 free stocks. When you put $1,000 in your new Moo brokerage account, they're going to give you 20 free publicly traded stocks. Where else you going to get that at? Nowhere. Definitely not going to get it from a full service brokerage app. You're never going to get that because they don't have to. They're big boys. They are big boys. They don't need to give you nothing. They don't even care if you use their app. They don't. They don't care, guys, because they got trillions of dollars under management, man. These places got billions and trillions of dollars under management. You think they care about you or me? No. So, therefore, align yourself with someone that does care. Oh, how do I know Moo care? Well, they must do. They're giving you 20 free stocks. I don't know what kind of care that is, but I like that kind of care. You want to give me 20 free stocks just to try your brokerage app? That's care to me. I don't know what kind of care y'all looking for. The kind of care I'm looking for is that kind. You willing to give me 20 free stocks that carry a value for free? That's enough caring for me, all I need to know. So get down in that description box, click on that Moo link, open up that Moo account today, go get your free stock, go get your free money, and then now you're in position. Now you're in position to carefully consider this opportunity I'm getting ready to lay out for you. Because I'm gonna lay out an opportunity that can change your financial life, but that's up to you. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Remember, I'm just a guy on YouTube. This is for informational purposes only. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm not qualified to tell you what to do. What I am qualified to do is to give you my opinion. That's all I'm qualified to do here, guys, is to present my opinion of what I'm doing that's going to 10x my net worth. You can take advantage of that or you don't have to take advantage of it. That's up to you. See, you get to make that decision, not me. That's a wonderful thing I love about this platform. It allows people choices. My choice is to get on here every day, 365 days a year, and try to help people based on my experience. That's all it is. Nothing else, right? So here we go. No matter what that stock price is today, I believe it goes higher. And we got 5 business days before that, the rocket ship takes off. 5 business days. So for you folks that want to go ahead and open that Moo brokerage account, put you some money in it, and position yourself before takeoff, you still got time. You got today, you got tomorrow, you got Friday. And then you got 2 days next week. August 28th is takeoff day. Rocket ship is going to take off. And it will change the landscape of the stock market forever. Again, that's my opinion. I'm not an expert. I could be totally wrong and I could go to zero. But see, I am a big boy and I understand the risks associated with that. I don't believe that'll ever happen. Why? Because history doesn't support that. See, I'm a history guy. History don't support going to zero. History don't support that. See, I understand after 30 years of doing this, guys, the stock market, its only purpose is to make money. So why would it go to zero? Warren Buffett has over $314 billion in Berkshire Hathaway in the stock market. You think he got all that enough to go to zero? Come on, man. See, guys, we got to understand what's really, I keep telling y'all keep listening to these people and reading stuff from people who ain't got no money, who ain't really got no wealth. Start listening to people that actually got wealth. Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, $314 billion in the stock market. So if it's going to zero, why he got all that in there? Why does Jeff Bezos have most of his net worth in Amazon stock if it's going to zero? Why does Zuckerberg, Meta, why he got most of his net worth in Meta stock if it's going to zero? Why does Jensen Huang from Nvidia, whatever you want to say it, why he got over $100 billion of his net worth in that company if it's going to zero? Just keep on going down the line, guys. Why does Nancy Pelosi got 50 million, whatever she got in the stock market? Why? If it's going to zero, because it's not. That's the trap that they got most of y'all in. Y'all in this trap where y'all think y'all listen to these people who don't. Listen, man, listen to whoever you want to, but my recommendation is get around the 1%, people that actually got money, that real wealth, people that are actually in the stock market with real wealth. I'm gonna give you one of them right now. I'm gonna talk to you about one of them right now that gave this $3,000 per share prediction. And that's all it is a prediction, guys. Nobody got a crystal ball. But see, what you got to do is you got to go on history. A lot of us don't look at history the right way. If you look at history the right way, it gives you a microscope or a telescope into the future. You know how you look up at a telescope and you can see all these places that you can't see with the naked eye? That's what history does for you. It's a telescope to the future. If you know how to look in that history, you can see the future. You can. So here we go. What's this? Oh, again, if you want to get on the rocket ship, guys, you got to get down to the description box and click on that Moo link. You got to get signed up today. You got to put money in there. And then you got to be ready to go. 5 business days. That's all we got. Now, is that the only opportunity? No. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is the stock price is trading around $128 a share. I'm going to share some information with you that says that's going to change. Now, again, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not an expert. I'm going to be reading from experts, but I'm not an expert. I'm just a regular person like you who understands how to make money. And I understand what the 1% does. So I just follow them. I'm not an expert. So if you don't want to believe me, that's okay. All I would ask you to do is take the opportunity and then go out and go do your own research and then come up with a conclusion, right? That's all I'm asking you. But let's start with this. Let's start with this idea of 3. Oh, last thing before I go. Guys, anybody that opened a Moo account, don't know how to use it, send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. You don't know how to use the Moo app, don't be afraid. Don't be fearful. Just send me an email. I'm going to send you some tutorial videos. It'll walk you through how to use this thing and you'll be A-okay. Okay? Do me that favor. Just send me the email. Let me know you've opened it. Let me know you funded it. And I'm going to send you some tutorial videos that the good folks at Moo put together for you to help you collapse time frames and be ready to go for launch. Because I've already told you the rocket ship is already on the launch pad. It's full of rocket fuel. We ain't got but a few seats left. So let's go. $3,000 a share. Who said that? That came from Kathy Wood of Art Investment. Listen to this. Hopefully I don't get no copyright for this. Listen to this.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock at $3,000 by 2027. Innovation is the future, and Nvidia is leading the charge.
You heard that? Let me reiterate it for you. As a matter of fact, let me play it one more time for you. Just want y'all to hear this now. This is coming from Kathy Wood, Art Investment. Big boy, blue chip investment firm. Very smart lady. Very smart lady. This is what she's saying about Nvidia. Again, guys, that doesn't mean it's going to come true. I'm just telling you from really smart people who have billions of dollars, billions and billions and billions of dollars invested. Listen to what these people got to say too. Not just your TikToker, not just your YouTube guy. Not them people. Listen to her too. Check it out. One more time. One more again.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock at $3,000 by 2027. Innovation is the future, and Nvidia is leading the charge.
Interesting how you split up the Mag 7 into, you have, I would imagine, Tesla and then the Mag 6. Do you regret your decision to sell down that position in Tesla? Because that, I would imagine, that is also part of why some of your investors are asking and talking about concentration risk. Where is our Tesla in your strategy? Where is our Nvidia in your strategy?
First, on the...
So you got the interviewer asking Kathy Woods, hey, you're saying this thing going to $3,000 a share, but yet and still, you don't have you got a very small, limited portfolio of Nvidia in there. Very limited percentage. Why? Why do you not have more if it's going to 3,000 a share? Listen what Kathy says to the guy.
Mag 6 versus Mag 7. We didn't create the Mag 6. The market threw out Tesla from the Mag 7 when it started underperforming this year. So that wasn't our concoction. That was the market generally saying, okay, we guess Tesla's not in this group.
So she's talking about the Mag 7 and why the market threw out Tesla out of the Mag 7. Basically, the market did. Why? Because they were underperforming. So they renamed it the Mag 6. I still think it's the Mag 7, but there are people out there that think it's the Mag 6. And then she also goes on to say why they don't have such an investment in Nvidia. And she said, well, you guys got to understand, early on, we did. We had a nice position and we 100-folded. They got 100-fold. She said, on our position we had early. We got 100-fold on it. See, this is what people don't understand, guys. These large investment firms, I keep telling y'all, they're not long-term in this stuff like you and me. These people get in, especially with a person like Kathy Wood and her fund, they are looking for emerging companies that they can get into and ride that thing up 100-fold and then parachute out. That's what Kathy is talking about. I'm not going to listen to any more of it because I'm probably I might get copyrighted. So we ain't going to listen to no more. But this is what she's saying. She's saying, listen, I think Nvidia has an opportunity to be a 3,000 share company, 3,000 per share by 2027. Well, okay, Kathy, if you believe that, why don't you guys own more of this stock in your portfolio, in your ARK investment portfolio? Why not own more? Well, guys, you don't understand, she said. Listen, we have owned more. We just owned it early. And we rolled that thing up to 100-fold our investment, and then we parachuted out. And then we take that capital and we go find other companies to do that with, that we can get in down here and ride it up 100-fold, and then we parachute out. This is what our company does. She also went on to say, listen, if Nvidia is going to get to $3,000 a share, guess what has to happen? A lot of other companies got to be doing well too. They can't be the only one. So for us, we go find those other companies that are going to help propel that stock to 3,000 a share. And those are the ones we want to invest in at this point. It's just more upside for us. You got to respect that, guys. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. See, this is why I keep telling y'all, y'all want to listen to these guys on YouTube and you listen to these TikTokers. You better go find somebody like a Kathy Wood or one of these people that really know what they're doing in this space. Someone that got billions and billions and billions of dollars under management. The lady laid out a freaking PhD masterpiece. Because I'd have said the same thing with my limited thinking, because I'm not a professional. I'm just a regular guy out here trying to get rich. I'm not like that. I'm not a Kathy Wood, right? So I'm thinking the same thing. Why in the world you gonna say 3,000 a share, but you ain't heavily in the stock? Missing the whole thing, just missed it, right? Until I heard this and I said, oh, light bulb came on. Light bulb came on moment. Kathy was in this thing a minute ago. She done already 100-fold her investment. So she parachutes out to go for the next opportunity, frees up all of that capital to go chase other opportunities that will benefit from the AI boom. Perfect. That's perfect. Isn't that smart? Yeah, it is smart. It's smart. I'm saying to myself, well, God, dog, man, this lady is on to something here. Maybe I need to pay attention. So that's what I do. Now, here's the opportunity. Here's the opportunity. Here's the opportunity that I look at. Nvidia is at 127, 128, whatever it is. Let me do a temperature check. That way to make sure we're on the same page here. Let me do a temperature check. Okay, 127.88. That's what it's at right now. We're 5 days before launch date. 5 days, 5 business days before launch. We're trading at 127.88 right now, 5 business days before launch. What are people thinking? We've already heard from Kathy. Kathy says the thing goes to $3,000 a share in her opinion by 2027. Now, let me ask you this before we move on. Okay, let's just say I want to get in today. Let's say I want to get in today at 127. This thing go to $3,000 a share by 2027. Can somebody help me out with what type of, over the next 3 years, what's the multiple on that? I bought my shares for 127, 128, 130, 135, and then I go to $3,000 a share. What's the multiple? Okay, I'll give you one even better. Let's just say Richard Fain, $100 a share. Let's just say I got 11,200 shares. Let's say my cost basis is around $100 a share. Let's just say my cost basis around $100 a share. Let's say this thing goes to $300 a share. What does that do for me? I just got a 3X. I'm in at 100, it goes to 3, I just got a 3X, right? Well, 2X, I think that's a 2X. 3X, 2X, one of the two. I ain't really good with math. Y'all figure it out in the chat. Now, let's say this thing go to $3,000 a share. What's that? Right? So all I'm telling you guys is, even for me, when I think about what Kathy said, even if I say, well, golly, man, if I can get to 300 a share in this thing, what's the likelihood it could get to 300 a share? What's the likelihood it could get to $3,000 a share? Well, Kathy believes it's a good likelihood. And I tend to agree with her. But I'm just trying to give you, as a person that's going to put this on the short list and try to consider it, think about it. You're buying in this thing at 128. What if this thing gets to $300 a share? What if this thing gets to $3,000 a share over the next 3 years? How would that change your life? How would that 3X, 30X, 300X, whatever it is, y'all know the numbers better than I do. I'm not an expert here. I'm just a guy. What would that do for your financial life? Just think about that for a second, guys. What would that do? Where else would you have the potential to 3X your net worth in 3 years, or 30X it, or 300X it over the next 3 years? Where? I'm just asking, where? See, once again, guys, that's the world I live in, is a world of possibility. I don't live in this world of impossible. I know a lot of y'all do, but I don't. And I'm not gonna live in that world. I'm gonna live in the world of possibility. Why? Because that's what we should be doing. We should be looking at the future and saying to ourselves, if I make this move in the present, this is what my future can look like. If I make this move right now, this is what my life could be like. No guarantees in this life. There's no guarantee that I'm gonna wake up the next morning. But I still go to sleep at night. I don't know if I'm gonna wake up or not. That's a risk that I take. I don't know if this thing goes to $3,000 a share. I don't even know if it goes to $300 a share. But what I do know is I can't afford to sit around and act like I got other options. We sit around like we got all these options. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna go ahead and build a multi-million-dollar business here in the next 6 months. Next 3 years, I'm gonna build a $30 million business. Oh, no, I ain't gonna do that. Next 3 years, I'm gonna build a $30 million real estate portfolio. It's like we got all these options when we don't. You know what our option is? We're gonna work for somebody for the rest of our life. That's the option for most of us. Because we know 85% of Americans work for somebody. Go look at the stat. I ain't gotta lie. 85% of Americans are employed by somebody. So all these people about, oh, I'm gonna do all this and do all of that. Well, the statistics don't support it. The statistics say 85% of y'all work for somebody. So I already know what that's about. Somebody else controls 85% of Americans that work. 85% of Americans that work, their financial destiny is controlled by someone else. But we got all these options though. We sit around here like we got all these options. We don't have a lot of options, guys. So the options that you do have, you better carefully evaluate and figure out how you're going to build yourself some wealth. Today, I'm telling you, in my opinion, this is an opportunity. Whether it's right for you or not, I can't make that decision for you. I can only make it for me. But you better figure out something. Kathy Wood believed it's an opportunity, and she explained eloquently why in the world they don't have a bigger position. She was like, guys, y'all late to the party. We done been there and done that. We already 100 times our investment. We parachuted out. We going to chase these guys behind them and these other companies who have a chance to 100x us. See, what she said was, we're at a level where we don't believe investing in Nvidia right now today can 100x us again. That's all she's saying. She didn't say she don't believe in the company. She's just chasing opportunities that can 100x them. She don't believe they can get 100x anymore in Nvidia. That's all she's saying. She's not saying the stock won't get to 3,000. Even if the stock got to 3,000 for a company like her, it's still not 100x. They're chasing 100x. Nothing wrong with that, guys. These people have made their money. That's why a lot of y'all, well, golly, why did some of the hedge funds get out of Nvidia? It's a lot. They sold their position. Does it make sense now why they sold it, guys? It makes sense when they were already in, when you ain't even know nothing about Nvidia. These companies were already in Nvidia. You're talking about way back. Some of these people have been in Nvidia from 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You hadn't even heard of Nvidia. These big old gigantic hedge funds were already in it. So it makes sense for them to say, you know something, guys, we've made our money. Let's go chase something else. We'll let the other folks take care of this one from here. That's all it is, guys. You think these people are idiots? They're not. Keep telling y'all the 1% control all of this. See, but you're too busy getting yourself entertained. You're too busy getting entertained about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with putting money in your pocket. So you miss all of this. These people have already gotten wealthy in Nvidia. They parachuted out. That don't mean a regular guy like me can't pick up the torch. Pass me the baton, Kathy Wood. It's my turn to run. Give me the baton. Pass that baton to me, Kathy Wood. I'm gonna go ahead and take it from here. With my little money I'm putting in here, if I can get me a 5X on it, or 10X on it, I don't need no 100X. What I need is a 3X. I need a 5X. I don't need a 100X. Give me a 5X on what I got in here, guys. I'm a wealthy man. That's all I need. So this is why I tell you, for a retail investor, I think it's a great opportunity. It may not be the best opportunity for an institutional investor because they like to get in these things early. But for a retail investor who ain't looking for a 100X, maybe you're looking for a 2X, a 3X, a 4X, a 5X, a 10X, perfect. Because listen, do the math. You buy this thing at $127, $128 a share, and you're patient, and this thing get to $3,000 a share, you do the math. This thing get to $300 a share, do the math. This thing get to $375 a share, do the math over the next 3 years. Do the math. You get in at 127, 128, and this thing go to 375. Do the math. Tell me that ain't a financial blessing. Boy, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Listen, if I'm at $105 a share, that's my average cost basis, $105 a share. If this thing gets to $560 a share, come on, man. Y'all already know. That's life-changing money for a guy like me. See, I don't have aspirations of owning a private jet. I don't have aspirations of having 5 houses in the most expensive locations in the world. That's not my aspiration. My aspiration is to do what? Buy me a little piece of land in the Caribbean Ocean, boom, and travel and pass on wealth to my children. That's it for me. So for a guy like me, if I can 5X this thing, if I can 10X this thing, I'm done. I'm done. So that's why I'm in the stock, guys. I'm not in the stock because Kathy Wood bailed out. Oh, since Kathy Wood bailed out, since these other hedge funds bailed out, it must not be that good. You're just not listening. You're not on understanding. You don't understand how these hedge funds work. You don't understand how investors like Kathy Wood work. They look for the next big opportunity to get 100X. They don't want no 5X. That's too little. That's too little for them. They need 100X. That's what they're looking for. And right now, a lot of them don't believe they can 100X in Nvidia. They just don't believe they can. But that don't mean a guy like me can't get a 3, 4, 5, 10X. I'm gonna get mine. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna get mine. So that's where I'm at. That's where we're at. I just wanted to give y'all that little bit of something from a great investment mind. In my opinion, Kathy Wood is a great investment mind. And it made perfect sense why she's not in this thing heavy. It made sense. She said, in order for this thing to get to $3,000 a share, guys, there are gonna be many other companies out there in this AI ecosystem that's gonna have to help them. And those are the ones we gonna find. That's a smart lady, because she's looking for 100X. I ain't gotta go chase any of those companies because I ain't looking for no 100X. I'm looking for a 3X, 4X, 5X, 10X. So I ain't got to go chase any of those other companies behind them because I ain't looking for 100X. I'm just looking to get on Nvidia's coattails and ride it to a 3X. Ride it to $375 a share. Ride it to $560 a share. If I can get that, even though I'd love 1,000, boy, I'll take 375 all day, every day. All day, every day, I'll take the 375. All day, every day. Come on, man. So here we go. Let's talk about another stock prediction. This is coming from another analyst. Get ready for another upswing. This is the headline. I told y'all this. And I'm going to tell you this every day. So if you don't want to hear it, don't come to my YouTube channel. It's pretty simple. I don't know why people make that so complicated. Oh, you said that yesterday. And I'm going to say it tomorrow. I'm going to say it Friday. I'm going to say it Saturday. I'm going to say it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 365 days a year, guys. I'm going to say the same thing. So if you don't like it, bounce. Here we go. Get ready for another upswing, says Ruben Roy about Nvidia stock. Nvidia is at the center of Wall Street's attention as the chip giant gears up to release its latest earnings report after the market closes Wednesday, August 28th. I keep telling y'all guys, you got 5 business days before the rocket ship takeoff. If you want to be on the rocket ship, get down in the description box, click on that Moomoo link, open up your new Moomoo account today, get yourself up to 20 free stocks, publicly traded companies, and put you some money in there and get ready to execute now. That's not financial advice. That's an opportunity from a person who believes it's an opportunity. It's not financial advice. It's just an opportunity. You have to make the decision, but it would be nice to be in position to make the decision, right? So think about that. Get down in the description box and click on that Moomoo link and get yourself in position. Here we go. With the stock's huge gains and its recent ascent to becoming one of the world's largest companies, Nvidia has become the defining symbol of the AI-driven bull market. Lord have mercy. These people just call that thing the AI-driven bull market. See, I ain't smart enough to come up with that kind of stuff, guys. But boy, when I hear it, I love it. That is so nice to hear. AI AI-driven bull market. What? Boy, y'all know I got to remember that one. AI-driven bull market. Love it. Okay. So, is the street in for another, by now, almost obligatory best and rise report? Basically, right there, they're just saying, are they going to knock it out the park? Right? So, is the street in for another, now, almost obligatory beat and raise report? So, basically saying, is that what we're going to get? Is we going to get another report where they just demolish everything? And then the outlook for third quarter demolishes everything. I don't know. We'll see on the 28th, right? All eyes will be on that. I keep telling y'all guys, Nvidia stock is the most important stock of 2024. It could come down to being the most important stock of the decade. Think about it, guys. It could be very well the most important stock of the decade. From 2020 to 2030, it could be the most important stock of the decade. Wow. And guess what? Yours truly is a part of it. See, I can look back on this in my 70s and my 80s, and my grandkids and friends and people over in the Caribbean that I'm having my own island. Stop by the island, they're going to be saying, well, golly, gosh darn, man. Gosh darn. How did you get an island? What do you do for a living? You know how people get nosy. What do you do for a living? Especially when they prejudge you, right? They'll prejudge you. They prejudge you because of the way you look, whatever. They prejudge you. And then they will ask you stupid questions like, what do you do for a living? Because they don't prejudge you. Because they're going to look at you and say, well, golly, this guy don't look like the type of guy that got on island. This guy don't look like the type of guy that got a Lamborghini Urus. This guy don't look like the type of guy that blah, 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 right? They prejudge you, right? So they're going to ask you, what do you do for a living? And guess what I'm going to tell them? I'm a Nvidian. That's what I'm going to tell them. Well, what do you mean, sir? Well, what's a Nvidian? Go do you some history. Go look up that word. Go look up this company right here. Look up this company from 2020 to 2030. We're Nvidians. We're Nvidians. Nvidians are simply this: people who built their wealth on the backs of one of the greatest companies over the last 10 years. That's a Nvidian. I'm a Nvidian. I'm a Nvidian. I'm one of these people, or Nvidian, however you want to pronounce it, because I know some of y'all get triggered when I say it wrong. Nvidian, however you want to pronounce it, but I'm a Nvidian. Yeah, I'm going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off of it. I'm a Nvidian. So when they ask me what I do for a living, I'm going to say I was a Nvidian. Can you explain, sir? I'm going to explain to them how I took a small investment in one of the great companies. I took a small investment in one of the great companies, and I 10X'd that thing. And I got myself a little bit of a patch of land in a nice little place. And now I get to just walk out on the back patio, got the white sand in between the little toes, cup of coffee, looking at this crystal blue water. I'm talking about some of the best water in the world. Looking at this blue sky. I'm a Nvidian. That's how I get all of this. I'm a Nvidian. Will you be a Nvidian? Or what you gonna be? What you gonna tell them you do for a living? What are you gonna tell them when somebody asks you and they prejudge you and ask you what you did for a living? What are you gonna tell them? I don't know what you're gonna tell them, but I'm gonna tell them I'm a Nvidian. That's my story. I ain't gonna tell them nothing else. I'm just gonna say Nvidian. Because I'm gonna build more wealth with this Nvidia stock over the next 3 to 5 years than I built in 30 years. So why would I even talk about the other 30 years? It's gonna pale in comparison to what I believe I'm gonna make in this stock over the next 3 to 5 years. So I'm a Nvidian. Bingo. I'm a Nvidian. There we go. All right, let's keep moving. We got a lot to cover, and I ain't got much time to cover it, so let's get going. According to Ruben Roy, a 5-star analyst, rated in the top 2% of the street's stock pros. Big boy. See, he got all the licenses. He is credible. He done worked on Wall Street. He a 1%er. See, he all the things that I'm not. But one thing he and I got in common. One thing him, is that right? Is it he and I? Y'all know I ain't that good at English. So y'all know what I mean. Both of us got one thing in common. We both believe this thing go to the moon. We got that in common. Now, he got all the credentials. I got no credentials. But one thing we both have in common is we both believe this particular company will do extraordinary things over these next 3 to 5 years. We both agree on that. Other than that, he got me trumped on all the degrees and all the Wall Street stuff, and he's more richer than me. He got me beat in all those categories, and I'm okay with that. But he and I are on the same playing field when we talk about this company and this opportunity. So we got that in common. I just wanted to let y'all know this Ruben Roy guy is a 2%er. He's a top 2% of all stockbrokers, or all stock people, all stock analysts, whatever you want to call them. He in the top 2%. That means 98% of the people below him. He in the top 2%. So the guy got some credibility, right? He has some credibility. Here's what he says. We are again expecting beat/raise scenario for July results and October guidance. See, this is the most important thing you got to understand, guys. When they come out on August 28th, they're going to give the last 3 months what the results were. And then they're going to give you guidance for the next 3 months. That's what he means by when he says guidance. They're going to tell you what they did in the past 3 months, but they're also going to give you an indication of what they believe they can do in the next 3 months. That's the guidance. Very important. It's a twofold thing. We need both things to kill. If both kill, we're going to the moon. If they kill on both guys, I'm telling y'all, we going to the moon. I'm just telling you. Check this out now. We are again expecting a beat raise scenario for July results and October guidance, says Roy. We are not expecting any meaningful change in tone or messaging relative to what Nvidia has focused on since the company reported its F1Q results, which was the last earnings report. Fiscal year first quarter 2025 killed it. This guy is saying we ain't expecting anything different from that. Remember, this guy's in the top 2%. Big boy, rich. In the top 2%. Been doing this for a long time. He's the professional, not me. I'm just a guy on YouTube. He's the professional. He says he ain't expecting no different than Q1. Lord, goodness gracious, I hope he's right. i.e. the company's longer-term roadmap and continued investment in organic and collaborative software offerings. Help me out here. Have you noticed how Nvidia is just strategically placing themselves in other companies in the AI ecosystem? Have y'all noticed that? Have you paid any attention to that? And have you even, here's one better, have you thought about why they're doing that? See, remember a couple months ago, I told y'all they're going to be more than just a chip company. I told y'all that. See, I'm not that smart, but I listen to the 1%. I listen to guys like Roy here. Yeah, I listen to the 1%. I listen to people like Kathy Wood. Those are the people I listen to. Those are the people I put in my gang of 5. See, I don't know them. They don't know me from Adam, but they're in my gang of 5. And I listen to people like Kathy Wood. I listen to people like this guy and others that I've listened to about this company. And then guess what I do? I take all of that information that I've learned from them, and then I go do a little bit of a deep dive on my own because, see, I understand companies. I don't know nothing about the stock market, but I do understand companies. And guess what I'm looking for when I look at companies? I'm looking for FCF. I'm looking for debt. And I'm looking for what? Product. And I'm looking for what? Market share. Those are the things I'm looking for when I look at companies, guys. Y'all can go look at all this other stuff. All I want to know is how much free cash flow do they have? How much debt do they have? What are their product set? And that product set, is it the very best? And then how big is the industry or the market? And then guess what? What's their market share in that industry or market? That's all I need to know. Once I know those 4 things, I'm ready to rock and roll, baby. All that other stuff, miss me with it. Miss me with all this other stuff people be talking about. Those are the 4 most important things I need to know from my 25 years of banking, dealing with multi-million dollar companies. Those are the only things we wanted to know. How much free cash flow do you have? How much debt do you currently have? What's your product set? And is it the very best out there? How big is the market? And do you control a significant portion of the market share? That's it. All that other stuff, miss me with it. Miss me with it. Here we go. Here we go. Let's keep coming down this path Mr. Roy is taking us down. So Mr. Roy is saying he don't believe nothing gonna change from the first quarter. This is what he's saying now. That optimistic take should be especially pleasing for investors, given the design issue with the upcoming Blackwell GPU architecture has caused a delay in shipments. However, after talking with industry players, this is an expert, guys, not you and me reading an article and saying, oh yeah, that's it, they are the Blackwell delayed. We ain't got no proof of that because we ain't talked to nobody. We done read one article and we're pro. We're pro now. We done read one little article from one little obscure outlet, but now we're a pro. No. See, this is not what Mr. Roy does. See, Mr. Roy goes and talks to people actually in the industry. He don't just read an article. He actually has access to real decision makers and people that know what's going on, right? So let's hear what Mr. Roy has to say since he's the expert, not us. However, after talking with industry players, Roy says that potential delays are likely to be measured in months rather than quarters. Meanwhile, the feedback regarding demand for the H series, you got to understand, see, these people got the H100 and the H200 already killing it. Blackwell and Rubin are upgrades. They already got the H100 and the H200 that's better than anything in the market right now. Those two, better than anything in the market. Those two chips are better than anything in the market right now. H100, H200, better than anything in the market right now. So Rubin is coming. Blackwell is coming first and Rubin's coming second. So let's keep moving. Meanwhile, the feedback regarding demand for the H series SKUs continues to be positive. In fact, honing in on Nvidia's primary revenue generator on the back of increasing Hopper platform demand. See, that's the Hopper platform, the H series. So what does he say? In fact, honing in on Nvidia's primary revenue generator on the back of the increasing Hopper platform demand, Roy anticipates data center segment revenues will surpass consensus expectations of $25 billion. They ain't even sold the Blackwell yet. And he still believes, just with the H series, second quarter, data center revenues will be over $25 billion. Come on, man. Y'all help me out here. This is coming from an expert now, not me. This is an expert. Adding extra sheen, Roy also notes management has already said to expect sequential growth spanning all segments: gaming, automotive, professional visualization, OEM, all set for sales gains. I just gave you 25 billion on the data centers. That ain't everything. So basically what he's saying is the data center revenue is going to be 25 bill. Then you got to throw in gaming, automotive, professional visualization, and OEM, all set to have sales gains in Q2. Just saying, guys, better get in where you fit in. It's not too late. Get down that description box, click on that Moomoo link, get in where you fit in. 127 to 128, sky's the limit on this thing potentially. I don't know, potentially. It's an opportunity. You got to figure out if it's the right opportunity, right? So here we go. As for the October guide, so he had already told you what's going to happen, in his opinion, in Q2, which is in the rearview mirror. See, Q2 is in the rearview mirror. It ended July 28th. July 28th ended Q2. It's in the rearview mirror. He already told you what his prediction is for the rearview mirror. The prediction on the last 3 months, kill it. And I told you. Now he's going to give you his prediction on the future, the coming 3 months. Let's run through Mr. Roy's prediction for the coming 3 months. Here we go. It's called guidance. We need this guidance though, guys. So as for the October guidance, Roy strikes a positive tone once again, anticipating momentum to continue. Street revenue expectations currently stand at 31.5 billion. A figure Roy thinks Nvidia will guide modestly above. Let me get you straight here. 26 billion Q1. 28.5, 29 billion Q2. Over 31.5 billion Q3. Listen, man, if they hit these numbers, guys, you think this stock gonna stay at 127? Okay, let's keep moving. I'm just trying to give y'all a little bit of what a professional believes, because I'm not one. I'm just a guy on YouTube, right? But I do got 11,200 shares of this stock, so I got a vested interest in it, just pure transparency. I'm heavy in this thing from a little small guy standpoint. I'm not heavy in it from like the big one percenters. I'm heavy in this thing from a 99%er standpoint. I'm heavy. I'm top heavy, 11,200 shares. You do the math. You do the math. I'm heavy in this thing. So I have a vested interest in this thing. I'm not up here just getting YouTube views. I actually got 11,200 shares of this stock. So I'm heavy. I'm heavy. I'm a heavy retail investor, at least from my guidelines. So Roy believes the expectations from the market being 31.5 billion in Q3, he believes Nvidia modestly goes above that. Roy thinks Nvidia will guide modestly above. This is down to the fact feedback from the supply chain on H series platform demand remains positive into year end. So what he's telling you is the Hopper, which is the H series, 100 and 200, still has strong demand from the market throughout the end of the year. So that gives them an opportunity to have time to get Blackwell up and running. That's what he's saying. They got enough momentum in the H series that will take them throughout this year. That gives them a little bit more opportunity to get the bugs worked out. If there are bugs to be worked out, I don't know that for a fact because I haven't heard the CEO say it is. So I don't believe nothing unless the CEO say it. I don't believe nothing unless the CEO or somebody officially from Nvidia says this, which I haven't heard that yet. So all of this is speculation about Blackwell. I have not heard the CEO or anybody from official Nvidia say that Blackwell has been delayed. I haven't. Maybe you have. I haven't. Certainly drop me an email if you have. I'd love to read it. Lastly, on the subject of Blackwell delay. Woo, didn't I kind of went into that perfect, didn't I? And this is coming from an expert, guys, not me. because I'm not an expert. This is coming from Mr. Roy. Top 2% across the board. Big boy, right? Big boy, blue chip, stock mind. Plus you're a 1%er. You don't get to that level unless you're a 1%er, right? Lastly, on the subject of the Blackwell delay, Roy expects a solution to be found, anticipating the issue won't prove materially detrimental to the company or to any of its many industry partners. We remain, however, attentive to the situation and look to management for additional commentary on any details regarding the scope of the technical issue. He summed up. Basically said what I just said. Until Nvidia comes out officially and say there's something wrong, I ain't listening to these guys. Here we go. Bottom line. Roy rates Nvidia a buy. That's all I needed to hear. You got a 2%er, top 2% in his field, top 2%. 98% of people ain't better than him. He in the top 2%. He a big boy. He rates him a buy with a 165 price target. So let's do the math. So here we go. Let's do the math. Let's do the math now. Let's do the math. What we trading at? What we trading at right now? Let me check. Let me do a temperature check before I do this. Let me see what we trading at. What are we trading at right now? Because I don't know. Okay, we trading at 128.09. Let's just say 128. So we trading at 128 right now. Potentially an opportunity for somebody, may not be, but potentially. But here's where we're at. We're trading at 128 today. Now, if I've walked you through Mr. Roy's, he laid out his case. Made perfect sense to me, right? Now, also at the end of laying out his case, he rated it a buy. That means he's for the stock. He believes the stock goes up in price. So you got a Wall Street guy, upper 2%, says it's a buy. Then he gives his target price, 165. Okay, 165 is Mr. Roy's target price minus 128. So somebody out there, I don't know who, somebody out there got upside potential of $37 a share. I don't know. Is that an opportunity for somebody? I don't know. If you believe what Mr. Roy is saying, that's an opportunity for somebody, but you got to be on the rocket ship. You got to get down to the description box and click on your Moomoo link. You got to open up your Moomoo account. You got to put some money in there, get you up to 20 free stocks. And now you're in position to take advantage of this opportunity if you want to. Mr. Roy is saying it's going to be $165 a share stock. It's trading at 128 right now. Now, if you're out there saying, you know something, 128 is too high. I'm going to wait till it's 120. You can do that. Go right ahead. But I'm just telling you guys, here's my personal opinion. Once we get to earnings, and if they kill it, and I don't know if they will or not. I'm just telling you, if they kill it, and if they give guidance that they're going to kill it in the third quarter too, and they can support that guidance, we ain't going back down to 120 no time soon. That's my opinion. I'm just telling you. The only way you go back down to 120 is if they miss. If they miss, you go back down to 120 or even lower. If they miss. But if they don't miss and they give the right guidance for third quarter, I don't know if you get to 120, guys. I just don't know if you get there. You certainly can wait, but I don't think you get there if they don't miss. So here we go. Bottom line, Roy rates Nvidia a buy with a $165 price target, implying the stock could climb another 29% over the next year. So he believes in the next 12 months, this thing can get to 165. Let me ask you a question. Where else you gonna get a 30% return on your money, potentially over the next 12 months? and maybe even higher, because I believe in the next 12 months, this thing will be over $200 a share. I'm not Mr. Roy. I'm just a regular guy on YouTube who don't know what he's talking about. But Mr. Roy believes 165, and I'm inclined to agree with him. Slightly. I'm a little bit more optimistic in the stock price, but I'm okay to go with his prediction because he's an expert. I'm not, right? So you got to ask yourself that. Over the next 12 months, would it make sense to potentially have a 30% ROI in one of your big boy blue chip investments? You got to ask yourself that question and come up with that answer. But if you ain't in position, you're going to miss the rocket ship. That's all I'm telling you. If you're not in position, you're going to miss it. The only way you get in position is description box, click on that Moo link and get yourself in position. I just laid out what the expert believes. I've given you what Kathy Wood, who's a giant. This lady has billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars under management. I already told you what she said about the stock, and why they're not in the stock makes perfect sense. They got in early, 10x. They got in early, 100x, parachuted out. Makes sense to me. Go chase the next 100x opportunity. See, if they stay in the stock now, they're just chasing a 10x. That's not enough to keep them going. Their investors need more than that, guys. So they got to go chase the next 100x. Makes sense. So I've given you Kathy Wood, her take. I've given you Mr. Roy, top 2%, big boy, blue chip, 1%er. Just gave you his take. Elsewhere on the street, the bulls, here we go now. I'm giving you two, but let's give you some more. Elsewhere on the street, the bulls seriously outgunned the skeptics with 37 buys versus 4 holds, resulting in a strong buy consensus rating. Average target at 144.17 makes room for 12-month returns of 13%. So there you go, man. What y'all think about that opportunity? Again, I'm not the expert. I just let y'all listen to two experts. Well, you listen to a little bit of Kathy Wood. Hopefully they don't try to copyright me. Hopefully not. And then you listen to Mr. Roy. They've given you two. And then they back that up with 37 other experts who believe it's a buy. 4 people believe it's a hold. Nobody believes it's a sell. Now, this ain't the whole world, but this is just you know what I'm saying? You got about 41 to 43 people, all experts, believe it's a buy. 4 people believe it's a hold. Nobody believes you should sell it. You got to put all that together. You got to put all that together. I don't know how you put it together, but you got to put all that together, right? You got to put all that together some kind of way, guys. You got to put it together. So here's the situation. Here's the situation. Here's what your stock market did this morning. And then I'm going to sum this thing up and we're going to get out of here. Here's the situation. Stocks ticked higher as Wall Street awaits Fed minutes. So your Fed minutes are coming out at 2 p.m. today, Eastern time. Your Fed minutes. Stocks rose slightly Wednesday as traders looked ahead to minutes from the Federal Reserve's latest policy meeting, seeking further insight into the prospect of an interest rate cut. Listen to me carefully, guys. First catalyst, August 28th. Second catalyst, September 18th. That's when the Fed will reduce interest rates by either 25 basis points or 50 basis points. That's catalyst number 2. Whew. What does that mean? I think that pushes everything higher. Not just Nvidia, but everything in the stock market higher. Just my opinion. The Dow gained 78 points this morning. The S&P and the Nas each also advanced 0.2%. Check this out. Target jumped more than 15% after reporting earnings for the fiscal second quarter that exceeded Wall Street's expectations. This is what Target did. And what is Target considered? A retailer. So if you got a retailer inside of our economy jumping 15% because they beat expectations, that should tell you something. Our economy ain't in that big of trouble. That helps the case to reduce rates, guys. Here we go, another one. But fellow retailer Macy's dropped more than 12%, lowering full year sales forecast. Here's why, in my opinion. Two different retailers, right? See, one retailer could be considered a need. The other retailer could be considered a want. See, this is what Americans are starting to do as a whole. Americans are starting to just focus on need retail items. Target is a need retail item. Walmart is a need retail item. I gotta go to Target to get my groceries. I gotta go to Target to get me some clothes because they're relatively inexpensive. Macy's is a want. I don't ever in my life have to go into Macy's and I'll live just fine. But I'm gonna have to go in Target or somebody like Target because I gotta eat. I gotta get my cosmetics. I gotta get my toiletries. I gotta get, you know what I'm saying? I can go through my whole life and never go into Macy's and I'll be just okay. That's the difference. Oh, I thought you said retail was great. Well, it is. But just not for people like Macy's. Don't nobody got to go into Macy's. You'll live just fine if you never go into a Macy's. That's not a need. Macy's is a want. That's the difference. Let's keep moving. The Fed minutes are slated for release at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. The central bank keeps rates unchanged at its last meeting, but said it has seen progress in lowering inflation. Investors will look for more clues on future policy moves, especially in September, as market participants remain all but certain of looming cycle beginning. Let's go back. As market participants remain all but certain of loosening cycle beginning in the near future. Traders are pricing in 100% chance of a rate cut next month. So you got everybody and the dog saying that the Fed gonna cut rates. You got a company like Nvidia getting ready to do its second quarter numbers and give guidance on third quarter. Those are your two. That's the tailwind, guys. So all I'm asking you to do is consider what options do you have right now to take advantage of that information. I mean, what options? You do understand from my perspective and from the experts that I've just ran you through, our perspective is everything goes higher when the most important stock of 2024, I believe will be the most important stock of the decade, has those results come out on the 28th. Everything goes higher. So if you're not participating, how do you go higher? How do you go higher if you're not participating? Get down in the description box and click on that Moo link and participate. Click on the Moo link, get you up to 20 free stocks, put some money in your brokerage account, and be a participant. Stock is trading at about 128. I've already told you Mr. Roy believes the thing gets to 165 within the next 12 months. That represents a potential for somebody of a 30% rate of return. Now keep in mind, that's a prediction. That's not a guarantee. So if you're into guarantees, don't get in. Don't do nothing. Stay over there in your money market account. Stay over there in your CDs at the bank. Or keep it in your safe at your house. You guarantee no return in that scenario. Because inflation is almost 3%. So every year you keep your money in your safe, you're losing 3% purchasing power. Just an FYI. So keep it in your safe at home, and you'll lose 3% of its purchasing power every single year. Why? Because inflation is 3%, 2.5%, 3%. So that means all your goods and services you got to buy with that money you got in your safe, it's going up in price by 2.5% to 3% every year. That's what purchasing power is. And guess what else gonna happen? All y'all got your money in your money market accounts? Guess what's gonna happen to those rates? What do you mean? Yeah, when the Fed start reducing the short-term rate, guess what they're gonna do to your money market rate? Because it's considered a short-term rate too. No bank is gonna pay you a 5% rate if the Federal Reserve starts decreasing rates. They're not gonna do it, guys. So you better find a different strategy other than your money market account, because you're not gonna be getting that 3 or 4% loan. Once the Fed start reducing these rates, man, those money market rates coming down too. They're coming down. Then what you gonna do? Once you get yourself back down to pre-pandemic money market rates, which you will, it's coming. It may take 3 or 4 years to do it, but it's coming. You're gonna get yourself back down to pre-pandemic money market rates of about 50 basis points. And you will have missed all of the opportunity. You got to make a decision on what your strategy is, man, to multiply your money while you sleep. If your strategy is to multiply it in your money market accounts, keep it there. That's fine with me. But me personally, I ain't got no money in no money market accounts. All my money is deployed. I got a little bit on the sideline, but all of my reserves are deployed. Everything. Good news for me is I'm a high income earner, so I know how to make money, right? I know how to make money by trading time for money. So I'm a high income earner, so I don't have to necessarily need all of my reserves anymore. I couldn't keep them all there because I know I needed to deploy them. I'm like Mr. O'Leary says from Shark Tank. When I sent out my money, I wanted to bring back friends. When I deployed my money, I wanted to come back home with some friends. A lot of friends. So when I deploy my reserve cash, it needs to bring back a lot of friends with it. So that's what I did. I deployed it. I'm all in, man. I just can't miss this opportunity, guys. I don't know about y'all. I don't know what your background is. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish in your financial life. But the things that I'm trying to accomplish, man, I can't afford to be on the sideline. No, man, I can't do it. No, I can't do it. So yeah, so that's where we're at, guys. Hey, one more thing, and then we're gonna leave this. Traders are pricing in a 100% chance of a rate cut next month. That's per the CME Group's Watch Fed tool. To be sure, the street is split over how big the reduction will be. See, people are split between 25 basis points and 50 basis points. What they're not split on is there will be some type of reduction. 100% of people say there'll be a reduction. Those are pretty good odds. Those are pretty good odds. The stocks are coming off a losing session, with both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ snapping their longest winning streak since late 2023. That was just the latest action in a choppy month for equities. A weak U.S. jobs report and an interest rate hike from the Bank of Japan sparked a global sell-off. Black Monday, August 5. I put the Black Monday in there. That's not in the article, but I call it Black Monday. But equities have since bounced back the market turmoil with strong retail sales and a weaker than expected inflation report helping alleviate recession fears last week. There we go, man. And then at the end of the week, we're going to have Fed Chair Powell. At the end of the week, Fed Chair Powell is going to be speaking at Jackson Hole Symposium, Economic Symposium at Jackson Hole. That should be a good meeting. Hopefully a dovish sentiment, dovish outlook, and further backstop interest rate decrease. Would love it. But by then, guys, we'll be turning the corner into Monday next week, 2 days before earnings. I wonder what will happen to this stock. Now, it could be 120s all the way up to close of business on August 8th and then just go ballistic. We don't know. At the end of the day, for me, guys, I'm gonna be in this stock long term so that I can capture the net worth that I need to capture in order to do the things that I need to do for myself and my family. You got to figure something out for you, man. But you missed 100%. You miss 100% of the opportunities you never take. I mean, you miss 100% of them, guys. You miss 100% of the opportunities that you never take and execute on. Some of y'all will look back on this stretch of history and say to yourselves, man, if I would have just executed, I could be further along right now in this financial freedom race. Some of y'all will look back on it and say, you know something, I'm so glad that I got past my fears. I got past my pride. I got past my greed, and I was able to execute, and I'm so glad I did, because that really changed the trajectory of my financial life. See, I hear that all the time on the Wealth Builders platform on Patreon. I see that all the time from people just saying, you know something, I'm so grateful that I found this community and all you wonderful people to help me get past my fears, to help me get past my pride, to help me get past my greed. I'm so happy I found this platform, because now I'm surrounded by people, 1,000 of them, who believe in the same thing I believe in, which is financial freedom. That we believe in things. We believe in freedom over things. So guys, figure out what direction you want to go in with your life. I'm just one guy on YouTube just trying to give you guys my perspective, my opinion. I'm not an expert. I've tried to give you some experts to maybe help you, give you that little nudge to get yourself in position. I try to provide big experts, because I'm not an expert. I'm just a regular person just like you, who have decided that I'm going to participate. I've decided the things that I need to accomplish in my financial life don't happen unless I participate. See, I'm not going to be able to work my way on YouTube. I can do 1,000 YouTube videos a day. YouTube alone is not going to get me where I need to get, guys. YouTube is great, and I love it, and I appreciate them allowing me to get on their platform and help people, but that's not going to do it. I don't make enough money on YouTube for it to do what I needed to do. I got to have something else that works while I'm sleeping. I got to have something that can exponentially increase my net worth 10x over the next 3 to 10 years. YouTube ain't gonna do that. Not for the little views I get. It ain't gonna happen. And I know that. So what do? I find other investments to take this money that I do earn. I take this money and I put it in other investments that do have the potential to 10x it. That's what I do. So I take this money that I earn, where I'm trading time for money. I take that money. I don't go to Macy's and spend it. I don't go to all this other stuff. I take that money and I put it in accelerators. SPLG, FTEC, Mag 7, Nvidia, whatever you want to call it. I also have a couple of real small accelerators. Serve Robotics, Rocket Lab, and soon to be Cohesity, and then also Celsius Holdings. So those are some of my little shorties. And then I got these longs. And then I got the shorties. I got these shorts and I got the longs, right? And that's how I roll. And this is how I make the most of my money. This is how I'm going to build generational wealth instead of generational poverty. I'm building generational wealth through companies that I believe give me the best chance to build generational wealth. As they build their wealth, I build my wealth. But I got to hitch my financial wagon to triple crown thoroughbred companies. And you're going to need to do the same thing. You're going to need to find something, because this job you're working right now, that ain't going to get you there. Now, you might get there, if they're willing to give you a pension, they give you a little pension. But listen, man, why not take that pension, but also take the money that you're earning right now and double down and get yourself some additional wealth to go with the pension, right? At the end of the day, you got to figure out what your game plan is. And then you got to look at your activities that you're doing currently right now and ask yourself, do they get you there? And if they do, continue doing what you're doing. If they don't, consider something else. That's all I'm saying. Do me a big favor, guys. I'm going to end this thing out. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Get down in the description box and click on that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link. Give me a follow on Instagram and then send me a DM to let me know you're rocking with me. And so I can say thank you. That's a big thank you. If you guys would, give me a follow on Instagram. I'm going to be doing a lot of things on Instagram that I don't do on the regular YouTube channel. A lot of my traveling, and I'm starting to pick up traveling. I'm getting ready to head somewhere else here real shortly. And I'm going to put a lot of that stuff on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram and keep up with me when I'm not on the airwaves of YouTube, get down in the description box and just click on that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link. Only thing I want to caution you is when you follow me, you're going to have a lot of scammers who try to act like they me, try to follow you and then DM you and trying to trick you to thinking it's me. It's not. There's nothing I can do about it. I've tried to get the little blue check mark. They tell me I'm on the waiting list. So there's nothing I can do other than warn you. That's why I'm telling you, get into the description box and just, that's the only link you click on. And then understand, I will never DM you without you DMing me first. I won't just out of the blue come in and DM you and try to strike up a I don't do that. I never have and I never will. So you'll know. Plus, when you look at my profile in Instagram, I'm going to have 0 people that I'm following. I do that on purpose because that's one way, one flag for you guys to know it's a scammer. If they follow you and try to DM you and you're confused, just look at who they're following. If it's me, it'll be a 0. That's one thing. Just look for that. I'm not following anybody, and that's for a reason. Until I can get this little blue check mark, whenever that is. You know how Instagram is. I'm a pipsqueak right now, so they ain't even worried about me. Now, if I had 6 million people, oh, golly, they'd be bringing down my door. But since I'm a pipsqueak, and I got like barely a crumb, they don't care. Y'all know how they do. Y'all know how this social media thing work, right? So all I'm telling you to do is do me that big favor, and we'll go from there. Okay, what the hell I did here? Okay, so that's where we're at. Give me a follow. Second thing is get over to the website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Get over to the website, check out the digital products, make an investment in yourself because you already know you are the biggest investment. An investment in you is the best investment you'll ever make. So make an investment in your financial education and then take that financial education and turn it into execution through the digital products. And then consider joining the Wealth Builders Private Mentorship Club through the website. There's a join button. There is a membership button through the website. It'll take you over to Patreon. We have the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Like I said, over 1,000 people in that thing, and we're still growing. We're still growing. My goal is to get it up to about 2,500 people by the end of the year, and I think I can do that because I'm going to be on here every single day for 365 days. I don't take no breaks. I'm going to be here every day. So, and I'm going to be telling people about it every day. And it's going to be growing every day. That I can promise you. See, I can't guarantee you nothing about the stock market. But I can guarantee you that I'm going to be on here every day. In some shape, form, or fashion, I will be here every day. That you can take to the bank. That you can count on. I'm going to be here. And I'm going to tell people about what I do. That you can take to the bank, that you can count on. All right? So get yourself over to the website, get over to the Private Mentorship Club, 1,000 Wealth Builders. Welcome them. They're ready to welcome you. So get yourself over there and get welcomed. And get yourself wrapped around this whole, what do I want to call it? I want to call it this whole attitude that we have over there. Remember, I told y'all, attitude reflects leadership. You get over there, you'll see the attitude. Attitude reflects leadership. Think about that one. Also, Moo, get down in the description box, click on that Moo link, sign up for Moo today. Get yourself in position to take advantage of the greatest run we will see in our lifetime in paper assets. And it's going to kick off. The rocket ship takes off on August 28th, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I have no clue what I'm talking about, but I have given you some experts here that do have a clue what they're talking about. I'm just a guy on YouTube. So don't listen to me, listen to the experts. Listen to the experts. Don't listen to me, listen to the experts. Thank y'all, man. And like I said, if you do want to sign up for Moo and you put your money in there, you're going to get up to 20 free stocks. Then send me an email through the website to let me know that you've opened it and you would like for me to send you some tutorial videos so that you can learn how to use the app. Not prepared by me, but prepared by the good folks at Moo who own the Brokerage app. They prepared them. I just went out and found them for you, and I'm going to send them to you so you don't have to spend an hour on that app trying to find them. I'm just going to send them to you. And then you can boom. So what do you got? Wednesday, you open your account today, you send me an email and say, Richard, I've opened my account, I've funded it. It's going to take a few days for my funding to get in, but send me the videos. So by Friday, you're good to go. You know how to use the app, you're good to go. So by the time your money hit that account, whether it be Friday, whether it be Monday, you're in position now to make sense of what you want to do. I can also send you my wealth transfer blueprint videos that outline all the investments that I'm buying. Not the shorties, but the longs. Not the shorts, but the longs. It'll outline all the longs. Won't outline the shorts. If you want to know what shorts I'm buying, just go look at my videos. See, a lot of y'all don't want to watch the videos. Y'all just want to get the golden nugget and not watch no videos. Then you ain't gonna learn nothing. Don't watch them. I'm not gonna be sending me emails every day talking about what are your shorts? I ain't telling you. Go watch the videos. Or get yourself in my mentoring club. Listen, guys, the world I live in, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's the world I live in. I don't know what world you from. The world I live in is nothing ain't free. Not even for me and not for you. So if you want a relationship that's 50-50, give me something and I'm going to give you something. That's the way it works. If you don't want to live in that world that I live in, then just watch the YouTube videos and figure it out on your own. That's all you got to do. I'm not begging nobody to live in my world. Watch the videos and figure it out on your own. If you want my help, then help me help you. That's the way it works in the world that I live in. I don't know what world you live in, but in the world I live in, it's a 50-50 relationship. It's not going to be 100% me and you give nothing. That ain't the world I live in. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to get on out of here. It's thundering out there. I don't know what's going on here in Florida. The rain is just crazy. But hey, man, appreciate y'all for stopping by. Please consider locking it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here. Hopefully the information was informational. Hopefully it was informational and gave you some sense of the opportunity that the experts believe is at hand, plus my little 2 cents. But I'm not the expert, but my little 2 cents. But it gave you an idea of what's happening here. So please consider it, think about it, and then act accordingly. Look at your net worth today, think about where you want it to be later down the road, and the activities that you're currently doing, will it get there? And if the answer is no, get down in the description box and click on that Moo link and open up that Moo account. Get you up to 20 free stocks, lock in, got your money in there, now you're ready to execute. That's all I can tell you guys. Appreciate y'all, man, for stopping in and giving me an hour and a half of your time, because you didn't have to. So I know I joke around a lot, and I know sometimes I get serious, but I'm serious right now. Thank you for stopping by. None of y'all have to do that, and you do it. I appreciate that, right? But y'all know I'm a truth teller, and I'm not afraid to give you my opinion, and I'm not afraid to tell you the truth, at least according to me. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm going to tell you the truth the way I interpret the truth. You may disagree with that, and that's okay. I respectfully disagree with you if you disagree with me. Not a problem there. What we got to think about doing, though, is separate, whether you like me or not, separate that. Okay, I don't like this guy, but take the information and do something with it. That's what you got to do, guys. You got to take this information and do something with it. If you never do anything with this information, guys, you're going to look back on these next 5 years. Let's say 2030. You're going to look back from 2024, mid 2024 to 2030. You're going to look back on this and you're going to say to yourself, I got nobody to blame but myself if my net worth hadn't increased, because I actually got the information. I just never did anything with it. I actually got the information, but I just never did anything with it. That's a hard one to live with, guys. That's a hard one to live with. When you had the information and chose not to do anything, that is a hard one to live with. Don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. Don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. Appreciate y'all, man. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy. Get wealthy. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one.